Hi, because the guys in here, Jamaican content creator. Yeah, what's up? It's been a minute, it's been a while. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel or to this page or whatever. Yeah, make sure you check out my merch. I have some new merch. Problem Child, Monday G. Make sure you cop one of that. The pullovers is fall season. My favorite time now around there, apart from summer, is fall because that's when you can wear pullovers and it's outfit pullovers, joggers, game over. Outfit done. Fit sorted, fam. Anyway, I have a lot to talk about. It's been a minute, actually. I promise you guys I've been more consistent than I keep promising, but I'm very serious now. Very, very serious. What has been happening with me? Well, they just had a Soca in Japan. Carnival in Japan, Soca in Japan weekend, like a couple weeks ago. Let me tell you something. There is a beauty to seeing beautiful women, beautiful black women with the three-dimensional, you know, and dancing with them also is much different from dancing with Japanese girls. If you know, you know. And during that whole time, a lot of things from my past in terms of like how I was raised, in addition to how I was socialized in terms of how to approach women in a specific setting came about. Saw some videos about how to if a man is entitled to dance with a girl if he buys her a drink, things like that. I mean, to be honest, to be really, really honest, let me know in the comments down below. If you buy a girl a drink, do you think she has to reciprocate in either in kind or in giving you a phone number or information? No. Let me know in the comments down below. Because I think that's a topic of discussion. And I guess via generations, things would have changed, But to me, to be honest, a girl doesn't owe you anything. If you are interested in somebody and you see them dancing and having a good time, and say, "Hey, let me buy you a drink," you buy them a drink, they drink it, that's it. What I hate is when you buy them a drink and they say, "Oh, I, actually, this what happened." So I was in a club, I'm an MC at a club, right? R3, Roppongi, and I'm there, enjoying myself, having a good time, dancing, whatever. See this girl, I'm not even trying to, I'm just making conversation. "Oh, you can buy me a drink, but you have to buy me my friend's drink." So I'm like, well, okay, I mean, it's no big deal. It's not a big deal. It's like three of you. I mean, I'm not a broke boy. I wasn't broke at the time. I kind of broke now. But anyway, I'm not a broke boy. Come, let's buy a drink. Cool. All right, can I get like three drinks, whatever? And because I can't say this, but yeah, because I'm there often, really, I don't really, you know what I mean? We just spend our money, you know? So I go, boom, and they have a drink. "Oh, thank you." And they go back to their seat and they drink two sips and then they leave the club. Now, I was livid. Not because they left the club, but the fact that they made me waste money and buy them drinks and I didn't even drink it. That's what I'm living about. I'm not living on the fact that they felt they used money. She thought she was doing something. These Filipino girls feel like I don't know. She felt she was doing something, and I don't know what she thought she was doing, but it didn't phase me. I didn't really care. But the fact that she wasted the drinks, that is sacrilege on every level. You don't waste alcohol, okay? I was like, I know I'm sure she's telling her friends, "Oh, look, I finished the guy no drinks. He would even need it. I didn't drinking. Balang, 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 baga, balang, balang, whatever they was saying in Tagalog." I really was so livid, bro, when I came back and saw the drinks on the table, basically untouched, which in my mind goes to a bigger issue. But let's move on. My point is, if you're interested in somebody and you see them in the floor and offer to buy them a drink, they don't have to give you an Instagram. They don't have to give you this. They don't have to dance with it at all. But you have to watch the vibes. Another incident. When I was in Soka in Japan, there were these there were these twins, and I saw. I think one had posted before coming to Japan, like a little before, and I said, "Oh, let me follow this girl." I didn't know she was a twin. I didn't know she was a twin at first. So she posted. I said, "Hey, you good?" And I just light conversation in the DMs, and then saw her in real life at the first event. And I wait, there are two of them. Damn. All right. Cool. But I saw them and I kind of never really interacted with them. I saw them and passed by and probably walked by them, whatever, cool, chilling, cool. Then, there's some other events that happened they didn't go to. They went to the Juve. And in the Juve, whole Juve vibes, you know what I mean? It's cool. Bombing, booming, bombing, booming. And, laugh and smile a couple times, take a videos, blah, 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 going because I MC at Juve too. I think the first time they saw me, and I was Juve in there, and I'm cool. Then, Roman bass. Now, to me, Roman bass was the highlight of the Soca in Japan weekend because all genres of music were playing in harmony. Nobody no business about nobody. Everybody was pretty much drunk anyway. And at that point, after vibing and me going and whatever, and it was their birthday. I think they're still in the birthday and stuff. Hope they don't vex me for today. But this is just whole interaction. Eventually, vibing and cool and chilling, and then the right song play. They were dancing. I'm gonna sneak up on Tifa Wine. And that was it. And it was just a good vibe. We're chilling, and because we had interaction before, and they saw I was the creep, and didn't think I was weird or anything. It was fine and cool. Now, I have a story that's totally different. Where I had a friend in Jamaica who, when I was in university, and she was out dancing, and she's dancing at the Soca event in Jamaica at the University of West Indies, and she's dancing. All right, she comes into the salon, which was open at the time. I said, "Hey, something's on my leg," and people, it was a man who was dancing with her on her, right? He was dancing and the grinding got really intense apparently, and he just fully ejaculated on her jean shorts, and it ran down on her leg. You hear me? And she didn't know this man from nowhere. And she said to me at the time, you know what's weird? This man had on a thick denim jeans pants. So how come? You get me? So that only meant while she was dancing and grinding on him, he took out his member and allowed her to rub it, and he was doing stuff and then whatever. And that is why a lot of girls don't dance with guys they don't know, because they are weird and creepy. Can you imagine? You're having a dance, enjoying yourself at a party, and you just feel this wet liquid running down your foot. And it's not sweat. Ew. So, I do get why girls sometimes don't dance with strangers. I get all of that. And if girls are dancing by themselves, let them dance by themselves. I don't even care. Because I'm at a stage in my life now that I must be able to detect if a girl wants to be danced with, or this is her personal song that she likes. Because there's some songs that girls dance by themselves to because they have a meaning to it, it's sentimental or whatever. And that's fine. And then there's some songs that she needs somebody behind her to dance with. So you need to understand those things. And girls, not because someone else get through and you never get through, doesn't mean that she's a bitch or whatever. Because that's how we used to see it when we're growing up, right? Right. Why should dance with that? You can never dance with me. Why him have with me to have or whatever, that sort of vibe. You know what I mean? And so if somebody gets through, it's because it's for them. What is for them can be not for them. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's a time for you to dance with somebody, that is the time you're supposed to dance with somebody, and that's it. And you can use an approach in life, because we oftentimes question why is it that that person always gets that, or that person is always in a position to succeed, or always doing that. Is it because they're prepared to do that? Is it because they have used their experience over time to access certain vibes and just know that this is the way to go? And for me, I can't take it from me, because at one point on YouTube, when Terrace House, and I was doing Terrace House reviews, my shit was popping, it was going good, growing consistent, and then it just stopped. And for whatever reason, and that's fine. And I'm actually at peace with and okay with it. But when it is for you, if it's for you, it's for you. And I've seen how over time and over my experiences during the years, if you're supposed to do something, it will happen. It just might happen on your time. It happened on the time that it's supposed to happen. And it's hard for us as human beings to accept that something is not working all the time, because we try to control everything that we do. We try. Most people are very laid back about certain things, but me too. I'm kind of laid back about a lot of things. You know what I mean? Boy, if we go say work out, But a lot of persons can't take that approach and need to have control over things. And sometimes there are things they can't control. So what you can control, you control. So what I can control is my words and how I react to things. I can't control how somebody reacts to the words that I speak. You know what I mean? Because everybody interprets things differently and react differently. But let me tell you something, man. Black women are top tier. And I mean, I saw, man, when I was in the Soca in Japan weekend, linking up with people and dancing and talking, it just reminded me of how great we are as a race and how talented we are and how gifted we are innately, you know? And of course, I have my shortcomings and probably shortcomings that I don't want to talk about on this, but people will pick it up eventually, you know? But yeah, I really, really love my people, like on a different level. And so, when people say certain things, when people say things about my people that are not accurate, I get really defensive, and I try to point out certain things. And it goes even further into content creation. Sorry, just to jump back on that point about channels and especially channels in Japan that speak about certain things and channels in Japan that flourish or influencers channels that flourish because they follow a certain pattern that's in line with not Dick Red, in line with being very specific in how they present content. And a lot of the content is superficial, not really, I would say, not superficial is sorry, not really real, and it's not something that happens regularly. It's something, most of the things that they speak about are outliers and not the average. You know what I mean? And so they say, oh, this person is that, but that doesn't happen to the average person in Japan. That's something that you'll find at a touristy spot or something that doesn't not an outlier. You know what I mean? But that's cool. That's cool. I just have to accept and do what you gotta do. All I can do is be myself and be real and true to myself, and I'm happy with that. You know. Um. Yeah, and with that now, you have to be able to, as you grow older as well, and as you come into move into different countries and into different spaces, how people see you and the interactions you have, the relationships that you form, start to reflect more on you. You know what I mean? Recently, up to yesterday, I don't know what happened, but something happened, and I realized that somebody that I thought was close, something happened between us. I don't know what happened. All right, so IG, boom, unfollow, go on about them business. I don't recall ever speaking ill of this person or doing something to them. And then couple, so I sent a message to them and say, yo, boom, 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 this is the position. I guess you don't want to deal with me, and I wish you all the best. Cool. Then I see a post. If you know, if you whatever, and follow people and move in silence, if you know what your intention was and what you did to me, then we don't need to have a conversation. You're an adult. Like, wait, what? I don't know. Like, I legit. Here's the thing. I probably I overestimate my value to people. Probably I do. And I've tried to not put myself in positions to be embarrassed or to be, to feel like that I'm pushing people under pressure. But one thing for me, I am a loyal person, and I am consistent. If I have an issue, I will speak to you about it most times, like 95%, 99% of the time. Let me be frank. If there's a real problem, I'll speak to you. And if you are having a problem with me or you heard something about me that I said, I would think if we're on, I guess, on a level, then you could just say to me, hey, I never like what I heard. Is it true? Or I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. As wish that person the best, isn't me. That's all I guess. That's all I can say. Because I legit don't know. I was just shocked. And what is interesting though, not about that person, but in general, people on Instagram, most bigger accounts, like big accounts sometimes who you think you know and think you're bridging and cool. So what if they even follow you back? And I mean, it is what it is. I know what it is. I'm not no big fame. I'm not no famous money, and it is whatever. But it is what it is. But also, Instagram kind of can mess up because sometimes I don't get messages from people and I'm not a big influencer. Or sometimes the messages don't come through till way later. So I mean, things like that can happen and that can damage certain relationships, you know what I mean? But one thing I don't is I don't run down people. I really don't. I mean, my mother teaches me that. Look at me. I don't even run. See that belly? I don't run. So I let it run for fun. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Uh it really is what it is. Read the whole social media thing, and persons who definitely have been doing stuff for clout only and are not really a part, not really for the culture. So I've seen a lot, especially in Tokyo, fam. I don't know something about the people, fam. Something just everything is about who you know and who did this and who knows you, and it is just so. There's a lot of fakeness. And oh, I met you at this place, so that means you're chill. What? All right, cool. Yeah. It almost feels like I'm back in high school. That's how I often we navigate Tokyo these days, to be honest. But as I said, there are no people. I have a few persons that I've met in Tokyo that have been really good to me, and they're busy. They're busy, so I understand that. I like my language that I understand is like spending quality time. Let me say my love language is quality time. But like even with my friends, I like to spend time with them. I don't need to spend a lot of money to do things, but I value people's time. And I really hope people value other person's time as well, because I don't want to be the one. I used to be like not that serious with time, but since moving to Japan and my job, I almost lose my job twice because of almost being late and having to take a 20,000 yen, which is 200 US taxi, right? 200 US, because I overslept, and the only way to get to the place on time without being getting in trouble at work was to take a taxi. 1 hour in a taxi in Japan is 20,000 yen. Some people have spent 3 hours in a taxi or 2.5 hours to go back to them yard from the airport, but that's a story for another day. My God, because I didn't want to quarantine. I was at quarantine. Yo, I have some stories. But people, yeah, that's the gist of what has happened to me in recent times. Hopefully for Halloween, I have some bookings for Halloween next year. I'm gonna need to get a new laptop so I can start DJing, because people, I've seen some DJs in my time as an MC, and a lot of them can't even mix drinks. Like Kool-Aid, lemonade, they can't mix drinks at all, so they should be mixing songs. But it is what it is. Them face card don't decline, and them have all the equipment and big social media following, etc., etc. So them get to it. But it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day. And you know what? I don't know what I talking about. I've gone off track. But yeah, that was my video. It's a lot of rambling, a lot to get a couple stories. Let me know if you want to see more podcast type vibes like this. People say they dig the long form content. Some want short form. Short form is over on IG. If you want short form content, the long form will be maintained. The long form will be maintained over here on YouTube. You can plug this in while you're washing your dishes or you're starting to cook, and etc. etc. Hopefully, I can get some more people to talk to and have our own team of talk going forward. But right now, just focusing on getting things sorted before I leave Japan for vacation. Alright? Big up. And I will see you soon. Because the Gaijin content creator. Because the Gaijin. Make sure you stream my music on Spotify. If you have gotten to this far, post hashtag DreAmazing in the comments down below. If you've gotten to the end, hashtag DreAmazing. Check out my new song, my latest song, Bank Robbers Desert Wannabes. Alright? Oh, I'm done, yeah. Oh, DreAmazing.